In this section, we are going to talk about a few miscellaneous tags. None of these tags is particularly widely used or important in and of itself, but they are worth discussing for two reasons. One, you might find that you have a specific use case where these come in handy. Two, they drive home the point that we should use HTML tags even when that's not strictly necessary, because it lends flexibility to the appearance of the page. We can govern the appearance of these tags using styles, using a style sheet. So for that reason, you should always try and include as many different tags as possible, even if they don't necessarily make sense while you're doing so. For instance, you may never have heard of or even realized that there are tags in HTML corresponding to times and dates. These are named the time and the date tag. It's not like anything changes when you wrap something inside a pair of time or date tags, but it does let the browser know that what it's seeing now on screen or what it's rendering is a time. Just like the date and time tags, there is also a tag called code. This is a signal to the browser that everything which appears within the code elements actually is code and should be represented as such. Again, it's not like the code tag or the date tag or the time tag did anything really miraculous with the formatting under the default styles. As you can see, the code shows up in a pretty ordinarily formatted way despite the use of the code tag. But it still makes sense for us to include this tag later in case we decide to specify some formatting for code. The last kind of miscellaneous tag that we are going to talk about is the emphasis tag, EM. This adds emphasis to a certain portion of a sentence. Here, under the default style, that emphasis takes the form of italics. But as we'll see shortly, we could easily override this using a style sheet.